for heroes and you are good to go.
Yeah. So this game, EG has first pick. Last game they had second pick. So it seems EG probably. I think EG chose. OG chose last game, right? First pick.
Yes.
Yeah. So this game, EG took first pick. OG took Radiant. And let's see the first pick. Yeah, Shadow Demon.
Maybe that's a deny pick, possibly, because OG's been picking it every game, even if they didn't have the best success.
I think it also might just be like also EG. It's a comfort hero for them. Last game they picked the Disruptor Slaughter, and they didn't seem as comfortable with it. So what would you say?
I think EG's like strategy is quite predictable. Like they pick the safe lane hero for fear. Like that's babysitting whole game. They are making like Sumail and Arteezy feel safe with Fear's hero. So you can easily counter it.
Yeah, they pick like
you pick super hard carry safe lane because your safe laner will farm whole game freely because they are not pressuring. The one game we lost to them, they actually changed it. They came with double offlane. That's why we had a lot of troubles this game.
Catch off guard a bit. The Abaddon Shadow.
Yeah, and they had Timbersaw versus Tidehunter.
You were the bounty in that game, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying in the cast, like you didn't expect them to.
Yeah, I didn't expect them at all.
Because I thought you should.
I was sure that they will like go safe lane as usual.
Yeah. Because I was saying in the couch that you should have started mid, blocked, and then you run top, but you didn't expect it.
Yeah.
So now I can see from your concept, like you studied them and you're like, so EG never does it, and that's a cool way. That's a cool thing to hear.
So when you're going into these like pre-game plan type stuff, like you say, I'm going to do this at the start of the game. How much of it is based off the heroes, and how much is it based off of the team you're playing against?
Well, we check replays for sure, how the enemy plays and stuff like this, and then I try to like I often go aggressively and I try to check how the lanes are, to see if they rotated or they made some strange decisions with the laning stage, and then we try to adapt if I see someone. Like if I see they went aggro tri-lane, we try to adapt to it.
Okay. Yeah, usually it depends on heroes, but with Fiji I was like 100% sure there is no way they will go
I didn't see them on, like I even tried to
they
check
go
them.
like double offlane and we lost the game really hard.
So Rasta Tiny from OG. Do EG just take the Medusa here? We've seen this Medusa versus Tiny a lot, and it seems to have been winning a lot versus the Tiny.
My mid laner says that like Tiny rapes Medusa.
Huh.
Tiny should have 20 CS and 20 denies.
In lane, in lane, in lane, not in game. Okay.
Yeah, no, in game it doesn't matter, because like Tiny is gonna combo Medusa and she lost like what, 20% of her mana or something.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, is how late game like teams had this Tiny.
Early game, Tiny can push towers quite good as well, so.
Yeah, but like last game, EG didn't pick the Medusa early on. Alright, this game they wanted. It's shot them on Medusa, it's like good heroes.
I think so far, like the win percentage of Medusa versus Tiny, I don't know the exact number, but it seems quite high. But like what your mid laner says, it's like that's a pure one-on-one. But obviously, you know, you guys have Rubik, Medusa, Ogre Magic sitting mid, and have fun Tiny, right? So have fun Tiny. You can go back to your well.
EG's turn to ban.
Medusa, EG is like one of the, I think the only other team that lost with Medusa, I think it was EG and OGD. I guess OG lost yesterday, so she's been losing. The first day or two, she didn't lose a single game, but
I think a lot of it's also been on the team that's like picking Medusa though. Like it's not like people are definitely finding counters after her having such a successful tournament, but I think a lot of these teams are like saying, oh, Medusa's really strong, and they don't necessarily pick around it all that well. Like we saw in the OG game, they had like literally no damage when they picked the Medusa, and then VP had this like unkillable Morphling. So I'm curious to see if like how much people have adjusted in terms of their drafting around the Medusa. It's not like hero you can just like plug into any lineup and it's good.
Yeah, it looks like EG want to target the S4 plus the JRX heroes. If you look at the bans, they banned the Tusk, the Panda, the ET, the Puck, and I think what's the last hero? I guess S4 kind of plays Puck.
Batra there as well, if you like. But it kind of fall off the meta, I feel like.
I don't think you can pick the bat like this because EG has the first
Shadow
pick.
Demon as well, like.
Yeah, they have the counter pick, right? So there's like Omni Knight, Abaddon, or sorry, Omni Knight and Tide. There's other like two favorite heroes.
Tide is quite good.
Yeah. And OG, they picked this safe lane Tiny a lot at the MDL. If you guys watched that, so.
The problem with they pick like Tidehunter, EG could just answer with Razor, and Razor would be good versus Light on the lane. Versus Tiny, it's kind of fine as well, I feel like. And it's good versus Rasta as well, because you have the hero to kill the wards. Like, it's always important to have this hero that can just man up a little and just kill the wards.
DOTA is quite good against the wards as well.
I do think what you said about the EG in the game versus you guys, like, I feel like this Rasta hero, you should try and contest him in lane.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to give him a free lane, right?
If you solo offlane against Rasta, he'll just deny every creep and you're level 1.
You're sad.
Shit.
You don't even have to deny, he'll just attack you.
Yeah,
you have to
you always have to do a line versus Rasta, because he has such good base attack damage and he has the spell to like zone out solo offlaner. But if there's like, I don't know, Clockwork, Air Spirit or something, he can't do anything versus this lane. And like, denies matter too much right now. So Rasta is so good.
10 seconds remaining.
I was watching, I think Liquid at the Dream League, they picked Furion versus Rasta and looked good too.
Remaining.
The Treants. And Mind Control in the interview said that he thinks Furion is very good versus Rasta in lane. So I don't think Universe really plays Rasta right now, but Furion.
Furion, yeah.
And both teams are probably going to pick their 4 position here, right? OG, and yeah, they actually banned the Tinker last. They didn't ban the, so now both Tide and Omni are in the pool still.
A ton of fours are still banned though, like ET, Tusk, good Clock.
Turn to pick.
That was good. Nyx is like one of the few ones left. Good against DOTA, right?
Yeah, it's good versus DOTA. Kind of good as well versus Shadow Demon, because you can always proc on the poison and stuff.
What's left for EG in terms of 4 position player?
Bounty Hunter, I guess.
Remaining.
It's very good actually, Bounty, right?
But yeah, it can pressure Rasta, like you don't want to play.
Yeah, it's good against Rasta, but yeah, it's quite good here.
It's banned. What else does Crypt play? I don't know if he'll want to play Slardar again. Sanking is there?
Oh yes.
Titan is banned.
Sanking is the Clock is banned. All these 4s are just banned. Actually, there's like only really Sanking left.
Yeah, we were talking about that last game. They're either like all banned or none of them are banned. Seems like.
But that basically is the OG tri lane, right? The safe lane tri lane. You guys think? I feel that lane is very like it is kind of the support duo is very weak.
Yeah, you can definitely contest.
OG's turn
Tiny tends to make up for that though.
Check the Slardar again. Slardar is very good versus the Nyx. I hate playing Nyx for Slardar because you're just so tanky. You're fast. It's hard to hit your stun on him. And whenever he just amps, you can just kill him in the fights.
Yeah, and it's Shadow Demon Slardar as well. Yeah. Like when the offlaner comes, you get just disrupted and stunned, and you're just sad boy.
I think they need like a high damage side laners then for EG, because even though they have like the disruption into Crush, like that alone doesn't really offer enough damage.
I'm kind of interested why no one picked Omni Knight yet. Like, I feel like this hero, yeah, like Omni Knight Medusa, it's basically you can't lose. Like you don't really do anything, but yeah, that's fine. All right.
On cue.
And you guys would take Razor here, right? Most likely. Yeah. You don't have to answer that question.
I mean, Razor is just so good versus those melee heroes versus Tidehunter, Omni Knight.
It's a beautiful Razor game.
Yeah.
They've got 2 of them in Nyx. It's like hard to stun him too.
Like Exotic Gears, your carry player, he would be. He'd be yelling for Razor here, right?
Yeah, just put Razor against Omni.
Even BSJ.
I would probably want to play Razor this game, even like as sad as that's or weird as that sounds, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the job on the Omni Knight, because you generally want to pressure the lane, and if there's Razor, there's no way you can pressure him, like ever. Like, if you don't try lane this hero, like, there's no way Omni Knight can do anything to Razor.
And sometimes you can get like creative with the lane setup, but then they have Tiny as well, so it's not like we said, they have 2 cores that Razor's really good against.
And also Omni, like the only way he can really play this lane if it's Razor, he has to pull the lane, right?
Yeah.
So, but he can't
skip the creeps.
Yeah,
but they have supports for that are good.
Yeah, they have SD.
Yeah, and he won't be able to pull Ripple off if he just gets disrupted and Slardar stunned, so it's kind of hard lane for him.
Normally S4 plays with the Tusk, but this game doesn't have that Tusk. Drow. Okay. Drow is quite good versus Omni as well.
Yeah. So. I mean, they don't have really like way to get to her to draw. Like they don't have Lycan, they don't have, I don't know, something to be on top of her. They can like maybe toss Omni Knight in or something like this, or toss the Nyx.
It's easier to pressure draw in lane than Razor. Maybe they can try. Yeah. Omni Nyx.
They definitely should try that.
They have to, right?
Yeah, otherwise like they're gonna just lose the lanes.
OG needs resolutions hero last. Mid. EG need
a hero that needs no help, I think. Like, I think, like, aside from anything else, they have a Drow and a Medusa who they have to put a lot of effort into protecting, like you guys said earlier. And I think, like, if they pick a hero that just, for Universe, that does its own thing, I think is really important. That's why I think that Rider was a really good ban. He's traditionally a hero that just kind of pulls.
Where you bust out the offlane Enchantress, man. No joke. And Slardar and SD grow safe.
That fits the bill.
It would be. I actually think it would be, you're an offlane. You like playing this offlane Ench, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just a strong hero. Like you can just always create so much space.
So greedy, actually.
They are really. I kind of would like to see Invoker on OG. Invoker versus DOTA is so good as well. Like with the Tornado EMP, you can control her for so long as well.
Looks like they've made their decision. They're like all.
EG draft looks super greedy, but OG heroes can't really pressure, so I feel like good.
I mean, I like what the
Pathos
said. Sorry, Pathos. I was gonna mix like Katos or some shit.
Okay, Hardcore. Alright, this hero. Yeah, I'm not fan of this hero at all. Like,
if it was a good Arc-Warren game, though, he's traditionally good against ranged cores, right? Because they can't attack through his bubble. I'm just trying to valid, you know.
Some mechanic yesterday, like if SD disrupts the illusion from Arc-Warden, the illusion dies, the clone stays alive till the next illusion dies. So that clone is alive for a full minute or so. I saw it in the game. I was watching.
Is it when he resummons or when the next one dies?
I think when he
resummons.
I think I'm not sure if he resummons or dies, but it's still a while. SD got so many last hits. Just
that's like you can just farm all the map.
It was actually it looked fun.
So the clone acts as a hero in almost every way, so it's kind of weird. Like you can like essence shift steal from it too, like with Slark and.
Yeah. So
okay,
we haven't seen this Arc-Warden hero. We saw it yesterday, but we haven't seen it in a while. Like my last recollection of this hero, Mid-One played it, and then before that was the Envy Arc-Warden at TI. That's like. No one really picks this hero anymore.
How this hero works,
and everyone remember how that turned out.
Yeah, and no one really knows what this hero is.
What's the win condition of this hero? Like,
I don't know.
40 minutes? Or
just farm.
It's clowny games. That's why Envy like playing this hero, right? These clowny. You're down 2 racks, but you have bubble.
Yeah.
So.
And suddenly you can just like it's good that they changed that you could have a rapier before and stuff because it was just bullshit. Like when Arc-Warden could just come at your throne and just kill it.
He just sat in the fountain and then like sent a clone of BKB.
Yeah, you had like BKB, 2 rapiers, Mask of Madness defending.
So, whose draft do we like better over here?
I feel like
EG's draft is better. Like they don't have to do much to the game.
They don't have to do
the
stuff.
The only problem I see is like where is Slardar going to farm his dagger, but they don't really need it. They just have to play defensive.
I think Drow can leave lane, right? Like once you get 6, maybe just.
Yeah, but Medusa's gonna leave the lane.
Yeah,
as well,
Medusa is gonna jungle as well. So
both of those heroes kind of want to go to the ancients and stuff. Like I feel like a lot of depends how early game goes for OG. Because if they have to pressure a lot, like they have to win the lanes, they have to.
If they somehow win the lanes, it's be good for them.
Yeah.
I don't see really how they win.
If they get next 6 and stuff like this.
You don't see who wins the laning phase?
OG.
Yeah. So it's like this kind of reminds me of like the EG game 3 versus you guys. You know, like you guys didn't really. You guys had to sit farm with the Medusa and get fat, and EG had to be the one that like made all the moves, and it's kind of similar to what you're saying. Because if this game does go late, I don't feel OG really has a. Even though this Arc-Warden, like there's Void and Slardar, and like what is he really gonna do?
Maybe if Omni has like Refresher, Scepter, and sits in fountain and just press 2 spells, then maybe OG has a chance. But it's like.
Do you think it's possible that the Arc-Warden like hits his timing before EG does? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, EG's actually going aggro. They're doing what Complexity does versus Withdraw.
Yeah, they do.
They
put the aggro lane with like a melee support.
Yeah, but they're changing as well. OG is changing already. Omni is heading bottom, Tiny is heading top.
Okay. Was there a ward that saw this happen, or?
No, I don't think so. I feel like just Jerax saw that no one is taking the rune top, so they just realized that something is happening.
I think this is more so to like enable the Void, because with Drow, like Drow doesn't create space for anybody, so giving her like a free farm start doesn't really do much for you.
These cores, these EG cores, remind me of like some TI6 draft they've had, like some Drow Medusa Void. You know what? You know?
Yeah.
I swear I've seen this at like TI6 or something. But it's so slow because like none of these heroes can really do anything. Like the core heroes can't do anything. Like at least you guys, we had like some Ench and Tide to pressure, right?
Yeah.
But Void is like, there's a reason this hero hasn't really done much.
He's just really greedy hero. Like all you do is just farm and sometimes use the ultimate.
I'd go down here. He has a stop.
Yeah, he was playing a bit cocky though with the heal on the SD, but I don't know if that kill really.
Like, it doesn't really matter. Like kills on you matter after like 10 minutes.
He has so many creeps here. Oh, good stun there from Jerax.
Nice tango.
And he has Salve right now, so it's bad for EG.
This is really good for OG. Look at the last hits right now. The Tiny is kind of free farming because he's versus Wolf. And meanwhile the Drow, he missed quite a few last hits.
I feel like the decision to go try like the Drow is...
A lot of the other like Complexity's done it as like a dual lane where it's kind of just meant to protect the Drow by having like a Slardar there to help her, and they don't really look for kills or anything while they do like a dual lane mid or safe. I like that a little bit better, yeah, because like you said, like they're losing with the Void too.
I feel like having farm on Drow early on is not that important.
Yeah, he just needs level 6, that's all. Like, right now, mid lane is so good.
I feel Shadow Demon TPP up right now, Tiny would have nothing.
Look at Medusa's last hit.
Yeah.
Look, it's 1-1.
And there's 0-6 on the Rasta, so that's like so many already.
That's what Lil was saying before you guys came. I don't know if you were listening, but he says like Na'Vi and them really like setting this Rasta mid to just deny.
Yeah, he just denies creeps.
We do it as well, but on the safe lane, the Rasta.
I don't think like tri-lanes against dual lanes are very good right now, just because usually the dual lane's going to get something out of the lane, and then you proceed to lose 2 other lanes.
Yeah. Even if you get kills, it's not that much.
Yeah.
And the bounty runes doesn't give you much as well right
in the
now.
early game, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't really matter to get 3 people there to secure the bounty runes, because it doesn't give you anything there.
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of last game in terms of OG are the ones winning all the lanes. And they're winning minus gonna win a bit.
I feel like someone needs to go top right now for EG and stop this Tiny. It's gonna be a problem, and Void will have nothing this game if it continues like this.
The Tiny was actually 1v1 versus the Void from the start.
It's not fun lane for Void for sure.
It's just the damage from Tiny. He hits for like 90 with the tree.
You have
hit
to
the creeps and hits you, and there's nothing to do.
You have to be a Tide Hunter or some range hero to play versus Tiny, otherwise it's just impossible.
I'm not really a fan of this Void pick, but you know, Universe Void, he's gonna come in with the clutch. Chrono.
His Dark Fury's Void is known, so probably.
I would have liked the Ench in this game. I think this is a good offlane Ench. What do you like? Ench Slardar together? But they would have won.
Yeah, if we do dual lane for sure. If Ench was left alone, then Rasta, Nyx, and...
No, you definitely have to do
you have to dual lane for sure.
But this Ench with Drow and you start with Orb of Venom is actually
and you just
strong.
and you get 1 creep, and the creep's good buff as well a lot, so...
Because all you really need to do is, like what you said, just make space for the Medusa, right? Like, the Ench, he can be a complete...
Medusa can win the game alone, like, don't need help from Void or...
Yeah, and late the game, it's like even if Ench didn't have farm early on, he can just like stay later in the game when everyone goes on Duza, he can just stay far and just shoot the impetus.
He has no stick or anything.
OG's doing a really good job with the I feel both their supports are like playing exactly where they should have been. Yeah. And you can see like the last hits and the
they are winning every lane basically.
They're both Fly and Jax. Even in the last game, like in the mid game, they played really well.
We all agreed that like Drow's farm at the start of the game. Like usually she's the 3rd position in regards to farm, and like she's the one that has the most farm right now. So overall, not only are they like down in CS, but I don't love the fact that they're giving it to Drow.
Omni is getting a lot already. He's level 4. He's gonna be level 5 soon, so he's gonna like be a fighter.
They sent 3 heroes to shut down the Omni, and he has more last hits than the Drow. That is bad news. You lose every lane in Dota. Things are gonna look rough.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's already too late to change the lane, so can't really do much now.
They just need to wait for level 6 on Void and then like make a...
Yeah, but even with level 6 with Void, like how they can kill anyone.
I think Chrono. I mean, the thing is like, what it should be is if Void goes off map, Omni has a TP.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. All he has to do is TP mid, because he will obviously go for the Arc Warden, right?
Yeah.
Omni TP's mid, heals the Arc Warden. Arc Warden lives, that's it. EG's like literally they can't do anything for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes again, they only have
I don't know if they need the Omni TP even. Just survives.
They can honestly even turn it with Omni TP. So.
Yeah, Omni right now, Nix and Omni are like winning this game.
Carapace. Oh, S4, what a sick, that's sick juke there. Oh my god, that was sick by S4. Wow.
This is looking pretty grim.
Oh my god.
They're just like spreading themselves too thin. I thought, like I said, they had the Drow and the Medusa, like these cores that rely on being protected, and now that this Void's vulnerable, like all three of their cores are
yeah, they can't really farm. They need supports to protect them.
Meanwhile, OG's like not threatened by anything. The only catch again on side of EG is supports. Like they did that the first game too.
I feel like the Void pick wasn't even that bad, but the laning decisions cost them really much.
Yeah, they're not making like the adjustments to the lineup that they need to make.
There's a big stack as well on top for the Tiny. He's gonna farm me.
Yes, Chrono. Bash. There you go. Nice play.
That's the one hero on the map you can kill with Void, so
yeah.
Great usage.
We take those, right?
I mean, that looks really bad now. Like that's still their only play, you know?
It looks bad, but like if they don't lose too much towers early on, it should be fine. Like they can just stay on the high ground, but if, like they just can't lose too many tier 1 tier 2 to anyone, they should be fine. Like they have DOTA. Like DOTA level 20 and he's gonna be like unkillable.
He doesn't have a Eldasage Ogre though.
He has Grow Hour though, so he's gonna farm anyway fast.
True.
I feel at one point in the game they will come to this moment that they will lose all the towers. When Tiny is a bit stronger, Arguardon is a bit stronger. They will just keep losing towers and there is not much you can do to protect them.
OG, like I think around Kiev Major, they were picking this Arcward and Rasta strat a lot. This was a while back, but it was like no-till Arcward safe lane and Rasta safe lane. And they would just like have this timing push with the bubble and the Rasta wards.
Yeah. Does it speed them up?
I don't know what it does exactly, but they would just take your racks immediately. If you guys remember that, it was a while back, around like Kiev Major actually, not Boston, but had this Rasta Arcward strat.
I hope that Tiny will go for Blink like after Aquila, like so he can just run around map and kill people. Like this Draw, this Void, this supports. Only Medusa is like probably unkillable for him, but like every single other hero is easy kill for Tiny if he gets Blink.
He loves his bottles on his side laners.
Yeah, S4 loves it as well. Like those two guys always do the bottle.
Base boots, he's feeling strong on this Omni. OG, what do they need to make that move? The Rasta 6, are they maybe you're gonna use it on top lane?
You definitely take tower with Rasta 6.
Nick 6 too.
The tome is up in 50 seconds. Can we check what level Rasta is really fast? Level 5? Yeah. Everything just looks so nice. Chrono.
Yeah, but it didn't hit the Tiny, so he can't really kill anything.
You got a 1600 HP rock running at you.
It's actually big, this TP by Dro, because now he can't TP bottom, and now like he has to go heal, so they can immediately just run a top tower, even without the Rasta wards.
Yeah, there's no shrine either.
And now Omni's gonna have a free lane bottom for like another minute and a half. Oh yeah, he's actually giving Nyx to the lane, which is really smart.
Yeah, he needs level 6. Like it's gonna be probably just 4 people running around.
Oh my god, he almost died alone.
And Arcward is just gonna farm on the map, and then they just will go at tier 3s.
Looks quite short for OG. So no, what?
He walked into the trap or something. It seems he went into the trap on the mid lane.
Void TP's back now. The tome, is a tome on the courier? I guess Ross is getting level 6 top regardless.
That's like the problem with the cores of EG. Like Tiny just does whatever he wants, and like anyone who runs into him, he just does exactly what you just saw and bullies them, forces them to TP, and he's just pressuring and constantly.
They have no damage at all.
Yeah, Ross to use the words top.
They'll pressure mid as well.
I mean, might go down.
No sorceries avail. I join
Oh.
The omniscient total.
They are killing Omni, but it doesn't give much really.
They lost the tower meanwhile.
Radiant's
And
middle tower
they are
is
gonna
under
lose
attack.
he used the wards, alright. I thought that he's not gonna use the wards and he's gonna try to use the wards on like mid lane or tier 2. I'm not sure if they needed to do it. I feel like not really. It was like kind of waste.
They had a siege wagon there too. Oh.
Oh, you know.
Away.
The tank is gonna die as well. And they are just feeding right now.
And that's quite bad.
Yeah, only that is like here, but he's not gonna have like he can play here as well.
I feel like they should have just walked mid after top tower.
There's no reason to be bottom.
They could already, like if they had wards, they could even be a tier 2 on top already. Like the Void Peak I kind of like, cause it doesn't really, like Tiny, his ultimate obviously and his status resistance, like he doesn't get, like, the stuns are shorter, but the chrono isn't shorter, like it's always gonna be the same
Radiant's
duration.
middle tower is
With
under
Slider
attack.
and Draw, he can actually probably just die in the Chronospheres, like in the late game, if he just gets the Chronosphere on top of him.
Oh shit. This is
Radiant's
something
top
Lil was
tower
talking
is
about
under
last game,
attack.
is like the
Radiant
playstyle of like playing
structures are
fast doesn't
fortified.
feel as good in this patch. Like, what do you guys think about what he said there? Like, he feels like you make all these moves and you play really fast, but it doesn't really give you as much as before. And just sitting and farming on cores feels much better.
A little bit better to just sit back and farm. It's way easier to play a game like this right now. Farm creeps.
So with that, you say that EG still is like a very good shot at winning this game.
For lane, they went for the creeps a bit too much with their core.
These are really big kills.
Dire's
Like
bottom
OG is just
tower
dying
is
on the
under
map all the
attack.
time. Like Tiny is just dying second time.
There is no coordination in OG's moves, like everyone is playing alone right now, it looks like.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And do you think this is because of like their map, like they're not playing together in communication, or just like they're not going for the right objectives, or what?
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't use the word stop and just go take tower together. Like with 3 heroes, EG can't do much.
Yeah, they should just rotate with 4 heroes somewhere, like Rust
I
and
feel like staying bottom is pointless, like they can't do much there. Just focus on the other lanes.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yes, stick charge to it. Definitely not. Hardcore now.
Resolution dies here though.
Yeah, he's no PP, so he's gonna die.
Time dilation.
That's fine for OG.
Yeah, definitely fine.
Because like, if this Medusa is gonna get fat regardless, right? If they start against these kills, like that's his blink, and then that's like the it's gonna.
Like, I'm not sure, but I think they use the word on the bottom lane right now at tier 2, I hope.
Our Tor died bottom.
Fear not heresy.
Gotta get one more.
Yeah, but he's his guy.
Soldier's fortune.
Like a long chase. If Lil was here, I want to see your reaction. His face.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Starter's gonna die.
Funny.
Like, Slider's gonna have Blink Dagger soon. Even though the next laning stage is gonna be like 15-minute Blink Dagger, so it's perfect timing for him.
I do think though, if OG kind of like, even though they had those deaths, suddenly like they killed both the cores, and now they just need to wait for the roster wards, and like they still have the big advantage.
Yeah, they can still play this the way they wanted to.
Yeah, they have right now Rasta Ward, like in 4 seconds or something.
And this Rasta's
They are
so
still
farm.
taking towers, I mean, not bad.
On a positive note for EG, Tiny has gotten like 1,000 gold in the last 6 or 7 minutes. He's farm has been really. He's like about to complete a blink, which is really good for them. But a couple deaths were really hard on his item progression.
50 gold for this blink on starter.
I feel like skill build on Nyx is quite interesting as well. He has 2 points in stun and 4 in Carapace. No in mana burn, no in stun.
Oh yeah, no mana burn is interesting.
Yeah, like, I can understand 2 points in Carapace, but like more is quite interesting.
Feel like it's quite okay. Doesn't do much at the beginning of the game, even against DOTA.
He's so hard to kill for their heroes. Like this Carapace saved him so many times, right?
Dire's
And
middle
their way of
tower
killing you
is
is like
under attack.
disruption into Slardar stun, so Carapace out of the disruption.
The thing about OG right now is their vision is like amazing. Like looking at the wards, they have like really good wards on the where Joe wants to farm, and they have another ward on the Ancients.
Oh, there's so many like.
Dire's middle tower has
Carapace.
fallen.
Run away. Oh, they
No dust.
literally OG sees everywhere where EG farms.
Apple duty.
I feel there's no reason for EG to plant those towers, especially tier 1s. It's still good. They're taking tier 1 mid at like 16 minutes with wards, so it's not that bad. Just let them take the tower and farming.
Yeah, they should just...
I feel like the tier 1 mid
like
tower should be dead this game like at 10 minutes, not 16, so they are perfectly fine with it.
What tower do you think
Dire's
EG
middle
can go
tower
for?
is under
Do you think they
attack.
should take this bottom tower? Possible? This run there is 5?
There's no way to take towers.
Yeah, they shouldn't take towers, they should
It's
just
not
like...
worth it, right?
Yeah, it's not worth it. If he dies, it's like not worth it. They should just speed push like as much as possible. They should have like some sentries with wards, the Phoenix rotations.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And
under attack.
just speed push a little.
Bottom.
It's like they want to get
They want to take bottom. And OG doesn't have roster wards up, so they can't
Radiant's
rush.
Yeah, maybe
bottom
that's the
tower
call.
is under attack.
I think this is fine, because like,
Dire's
Yeah, without
top
the rest of
tower
wards,
is under
maybe it's a
attack.
good call to push actually.
because you still want to at least take one
Dire
tower
are
for map
scanning.
control, and I don't think OG can run into
And now they
the...
can take
Radiant's
their
bottom
jungle a
tower
bit,
has fallen.
tower down.
It's still hard for OG to run into Chrono and Medusa. It's like the game you guys played, right?
Dire's
Medusa.
tower is under
They could
attack.
run into you, so...
You just have to speed push a lot. Like versus Duza, Tidehunter, those are not really heroes that are mobile and can defend
Dire's middle
towers so
tower
easily.
is
They have to
under
run to the
attack.
towers and stuff like this.
Radiant's bottom tower
It does
is
feel
under
kind of hard
attack.
to split push in this patch if you don't have like Morphling though. I feel. I don't know why
Heroes aren't
exactly.
really that good for pull waves.
So many ways to wrap around you, I feel.
The new shrine, especially if you look at the Radiant shrine and the Radiant shrine in the Radiant jungle.
Bottom one.
That one makes it so it's really hard for Dire to split push, I feel. They can always TP in and stop.
Yeah, you have to avoid there for sure, like always. If you are on the bottom
Yeah, they
tier
have
too.
good ward right now on the shrine, so...
Tour should have his low doors now coming in. G still chilling and farming.
I like the Shadow Blade choice. It it allows them to be more survivable walking around the map, and they can also
Yeah,
like
they-
follow up the slaughter.
Yeah, they can pick up with Slar.
Now the slaughter's dead.
Second time in a row.
That
Yeah,
Blade
just
Tiny.
Nix on the invis finding the hero, Tiny coming
Yeah,
up.
but I mean, it's just Lard are dying, so it's not that bad. Now
What do
the
you
course
think
can
the next
farm.
item Tiny is? I feel like something like Manta or AC would be Tiny. Challenge in Yasha.
Where'd the ward on that?
The question is how Arc Warden gonna, like, what he's gonna do. Like, he has just
Really
been farming,
big already.
farming. Like, what he's gonna be, like, timing, what he's gonna do soon.
I don't know still.
Yeah, I don't know as well. Like, I feel like I know what the can timing is on me and Rasta do, but what's gonna happen with
Radiant
what's the
are
timing
scared.
of Arc Warden?
The hero is so weird. It's the weird hero. Like when is he strong to fight? No? Now?
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand watching the limited amount I have, it's like he's like a 5-slotted hero until like before he fights. That's kind of weird in the current.
It's like it's kind of why Invoker as well, right? He feels as a bit weak. He needs like 25 or something.
Trouble.
Oh, the disruption. That's big. Now they still have roster wards.
Yeah, they can just work right now.
The Omni Knight with the bubble is so disgusting.
Yeah,
You
that
can kill anyone.
That Nyx was like 100 health, but
Yeah.
it lives.
I feel like Medusa should have ulted there. Like, after the universe didn't choose the chrono.
He just wanted to smoke Roche, right? They found Nyx, so quite unfortunate. They will rush the Roche now, so... But
The question is, like, who's gonna take the is like, Tiny, if Tiny takes it and dies, he's gonna still be in the same place.
I think he still has to take it. He's like they're building.
Yeah.
No credit to Loki, and I'm just,
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Tyrus wish he takes it.
maybe to farm more
Oh,
aggressively.
you can siege with that hero for sure.
Yeah,
They put the bubble on you, and the Medusa actually can't hit you.
That's
Yeah,
I feel like they could
long
see
range siege is
before
probably
even,
better.
but now with Aegis it's for sure. Like before
actually-
that, he might felt a bit scared about the chrono, so they
That's
didn't push.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. The counter they have is like Medusa can't defend versus the Arc Warden with the bubble when he's sieging.
Yeah, because the right click.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Now I know why they.
I mean, that's why I'm like, that's the only application I ever see of Arc Warden is picking up in the range cores. Really good point about
the win condition versus Medusa is being able to siege though, right?
What a hero.
Yeah, no tail, just solar crested up. I like the build. Is that?
Omni Knight has solar crest.
Possible to save Omni here.
Messy from OG.
Yeah, I mean, Arcord has edge, but he like can't do anything there. Like, it's not the fight they wanted to do. Like, Omni Knight had to use the spells, they didn't have GH as well. Tiny blinked away because he lost some HP.
Really good for EG.
I mean, I felt what should have happened there is that they should have waited for the Arcorn bots, and he pushes bottom, and then they just go as top as 4.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like they shouldn't be able to beat bottom.
They can go high ground, I feel like.
Yeah, so they should be taking fights on like EG's side of the map, not their own.
This Rasta is so farmed. That's the problem as well. Whenever Rasta is gonna like get some items and level 20, and there's gonna be like refresher and stuff, he's just gonna come at your axis, put the wards up, and good luck defending.
He's actually so hard to kill too for
Radiant's
like
middle tower is under attack.
What damage do they have?
Yeah, I mean he's like same net worth as Void right now. Like,
oh man, yeah, you're right. I mean,
speaking of 4s, I really like the way Jerax played this game. Popcorn. Pop.
Alright, this one was bad.
Oh, you were even trying. Come on.
It's a hard name to remember.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Don't try right now. Yeah, I feel like Nyx is playing really good this game, like finding the right heroes to kill.
Middle tower is under
It's
attack.
really nice to play Nyx with core like Tiny, with a dagger. You can kill everyone on the map.
He's like, since he's doing so much scouting, Rezo's just like chilling, farming wherever he wants.
Yeah, he's not really like position 4, he's more like position 5 right now. All he has to do is like scout people out. Like, he doesn't farm, he has 3k net worth, he doesn't have like anything. Rasta is farmed though.
I wish my pub teammates under.
There's no way.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
How are you guys, NA pubs experience has been first time in North America, right?
They're really bad.
Yeah, quite. I mean,
there's no position 5 in NA pubs.
Yeah, they love to buy win lays for some reason. I don't understand why. They buy courier, or they buy win lays and clarity.
They buy courier.
They've done their job once they run that courier, alright? Don't try to convince
I'm really happy if they buy courier.
Yeah, there's no
usually don't. So.
Have you guys met the guy with the emo Pikachu in AdCon? No?
No, I don't think so.
His name is Emochu. You
haven't until you
met him. Yeah, play until you met him.
I love the China pubs though. Like, people are so kind to them. Like, you could pause for like 20-30 minutes and they would just not unpause at all. Like, you could just go take a walk, eat something, and the pause would just stand there. Like, I don't understand how it works, and everyone just waited. They asked if they can go.
So did you do that? You went pause, took a walk?
I mean, I didn't, but it was like 20 minutes. I think like the longest pause.
Wow.
And I went to eat something. I don't understand how it works.
Well, the fact that it happens like that somewhere makes me feel wishful.
Yeah, nice chrono from Universe there, but they have no damage.
Drow's is getting gone on. He's their damage.
Yeah, the problem right now, they have no chrono, so they can just high ground probably. They have good ward as well on top lane for
How long
OG.
do they have on the Aegis?
Yeah, so they could just like walk there with Rasta wards.
They want to take bottom tier 2. What they can do is like the bots, Arcorn can push top lane and they can be bottom. With illusion.
Under attack.
Sync up like
It's
that.
kind of like the map control farm Aegis, right? You plan in with the next one. That's usually how it goes in these type of games.
Yeah, they don't even have to like go high ground as well. They don't have to.
EG is not farming at all right
Yeah,
now.
they can just close them up. They can just close.
They can Nyx, there's no way you can leave the base SEG.
The next Aegis, Sark Warden will be like 5 or 6 slotted. And that's what I kind of guessed. Like maybe he'd hit his times before EG does. And it looks like that's what OG was going.
And they're just splitting to like taking 200 damage from the tower. It's fine for them.
That description was so.
Purified.
Looks like EG is really desperate to do something, but not much to do really.
They just have so much defense on it.
Yeah.
Healing and welcome.
I mean, they tried to shut down this Omni Knight, but he's like so much this game.
No sorceries I
No 20, no level 20, no talent.
Under attack.
It's rough.
Roma to defend. Looks like Rax is
Dire's
dying.
middle tower has fallen.
They could just be content with backing off here, but they'll probably reset.
I mean, they don't have really HP and mana.
Yeah, they're actually.
Tiny as
They
well.
realize if they're gonna lose this game, it'd be by dying right here. They force it by
Dire's
the
bottom
cut through.
shrine is under attack.
Like, they could just
Dire's
chill right
middle
now. They should just close them up as well. They should like go back everyone. They should just stay there and don't let the EG devote anything. Stuff like this and just wait, chill for the next Aegis. Let Arkward do his thing, split push and stuff.
I have no idea what they can do to come back to this game.
5-man chrono or something like this.
I don't think it helps. They won't kill anyone.
Drow right clicks.
Into draw, silence, into Medusa ulti.
There you go. In the 5-man stone gaze?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna work for sure.
So 5-man,
Still doubt it.
5-man chrono where they're all facing the. Got it.
Just go to bait. Slardar gonna bait and Voice gonna put the chrono up, I'm sure.
Ready.
But Slardar need to survive somehow to amp someone.
I like this Omni's build. Going across to save his teammates, and then he's just like, he realizes as long as he doesn't die at the start of the fight, then they don't lose fight.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested why he didn't buy the Ion Disc. Like, this is the item I love on Omni Knight. Like, the one that procs on 80% HP.
But you mentioned the Acceptor, and that's...
Yeah, Acceptor as well, but
Radiant
I feel like Ion Disc is so good item as well. Like, late game on the Omni Knight.
I feel like he's not threatened this game at all to die, so...
Maybe
he didn't
the
need it.
use is just for the Void spell as well, for the time dilation.
No, Ohio likes playing the use. Just you move so fast as well. Like, you're just annoying to kill. So it's a feel good item. Base.
Even with the SNY recommended.
It's so weird to play at EG now. Like what exactly do you even do? How do you really come back? Like you, because OG really, it's up to right now. OG more I feel to screw up the EG, right?
blessing.
There's no damage.
Oh, he got the G off. Oh my god.
And she can't even like turn on the spell because he had Mask of Madness on.
Just like that.
Hostage is dying in that.
Rasta doing Rasta things.
I feel like
Dire's top
everything
tower
comes
is
back to
under
the laning
attack.
phase. The decision from EG
But
to try lane bot.
They just gave like all 3 cores on the side of
Dire's
OG.
top tower has fallen.
Yeah.
I like the Arkward pick
Dire's
versus
middle
the
barracks
Medusa
are
and
under
stuff. Like,
attack.
I see it now.
it's good because it's like splitting them up all the time. It can be anywhere.
It's good this game because he got
Dire's
farmed
top
as
Yeah,
well.
barracks
as
are
well.
under
Like,
attack.
I would like to
Dire's
see it
top barracks
like
has
the game
fallen.
when Medusa has farm as well, how it works.
Could definitely go good.
Dire's middle
From people,
barracks are under
just sit in
attack.
the fountain and stuff like that.
Like an interesting thing to talk is like in this game, EG lost all their lanes, and the
Yeah.
game was very easy for OG to win. I feel right. There was maybe 1 or 2. Last game, EG completely won the lanes, like even harder than OG did this game.
OG
Like, you can see OG's a mid game. Like, I felt they just understood. They did a lot to complete it.